Hello all. International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8 globally, recognizing the achievements of women and serves as a call to action for accelerating gender parity. This year's International Women's Day theme is Break the Bias. Recognizing and addressing bias, including cultural, generational, and gender, will help us create a better world and a great place to work for everyone. Society of Women Engineers is celebrating this day by profiling women leaders to learn about their journey, thoughts on gender parity, and how they are supporting a diverse and inclusive workplace. Today, we have with us Ms. Kavita John, Director HR, Air Products India, who will be sharing her experiences, thoughts, and insights on breaking the bias and creating a respectful and inclusive environment where everyone can thrive. Welcome, Kavita. Thank you very much for kindly accepting to be a part of this interview.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi. Looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. To begin with, can you walk us through your career journey?
Sure, Meenakshi. When I start and think about my career journey, and this is mostly to do with the professional career journey, because in the Indian system of things, we start thinking about our career as young as when we pass the 10th standard or even before. Now I have heard children starting from 7th class and 8th class talking about their careers. So in my time, it was luckily not so. And my career journey post my education, my graduation, my post-graduation started with the first job in a beer making company, Shaw Willis, which was later merged into South African breweries. So I started from there as a management trainee and built on in this corporate sector. I was confirmed as assistant manager, then came up through the career ladders. I became a manager HR. And then I got this opportunity of heading a small hybrid seeds company, which was new. And I had the biggest opportunity of my life to head the HR for this organization, which I did for close to 5 years and learned a lot of things. I had a few career breaks, just as usual for any Indian women or any women across the world, which was maternity breaks, marriage, and things like that. So professional career was with ups and downs, but fortunately, I have been steadfast on it and not giving it away for that matter. My last job before Air Products was in a chemical and hybrid seeds company, Syngenta, which was donning several hats like senior HR business partner for commercial units, production and supply, corporate functions, different career moves. And the last thing that I did was heading the Global Delivery Center, the HR piece, based out of Pune. And in my career journey, I've been lucky enough to travel and hold positions in different cities of India, as well as outside India. And today, when I look back, I can only smile at where I've come through all these years. I joined Air Products in 2019, 1st November. And since then, there have been no looking back, because the last 2.5 years have really given a lot of opportunities to work on and building this organization further, and really feel proud and blessed to work with such a great team. And this is where I stand, Meenakshi. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next question. Women wear multiple hats. So in your case, how do you manage all the roles like director, daughter, wife, mother, daughter-in-law, etc.?
That's a great question, Meenakshi. Well, what happens is we all wear multiple hats, and it is true that though men, women, everyone wears multiple hats. Every human being wears multiple hats. But what I'm saying is women do take a break in career more due to family situations, childbirth, etc. And I have learned over the years that you can only give your best shot to whatever role you're taking, and not try to be perfect in everything. So when we talk of all these roles, professional roles, family roles, um, what comes to my mind is, of course, the definition of perfection varies for every individual, but I keep myself away from the stress of keeping very high standards or bars. I should not be saying this, but I don't stress it out. I just give it my best shot. And this way I'm able to keep my head focused. I plan myself better. I manage the work better. And I'm okay with sometimes missing a few things. And I avoid guilt trips. So this way I'm able to balance things. I rely on practical solutions. I take help as much needed from family, friends, wherever it demands. And I do not shy away sometimes to expose my vulnerability as well. So when I don all these hats, when you ask how do you manage all these roles, I just try to be myself. It says like to be nobody but yourself. So just try to be authentic, and that goes a long way. Thank you.
A good point, Kavita. Be authentic, and it's okay to be imperfect at times, so that we can keep our stress level at a minimum.
Yeah.
Thank you. Uh, so moving on to the next question, we are very much interested to know whether you have any female role model.
Okay. Meenakshi, you've done a lot of homework on this. Okay, the questions are like really coming, really nice. Okay, a female role model. So, to be very frank, to be honest, I've been very privileged and blessed to work with awe-inspiring females throughout my career, and who have inspired me very much. In Air Products, my manager, Victoria Brifo, our CHRO, inspires me as an authentic person. And I always admire her for her mettle and at the same time, her empathy. She's a true leader. My latest in the list of working women is Leena Nair. We all know she's now the CEO of Chanel and the youngest ever CHRO of Unilever. And from the beginnings that she had from Maharashtra, Kolhapur, and to where she has become, she really inspires not just me, I'm sure, but a lot of women who look up to her. Over the years, the two females, and this is very close to me, as I share, the two females who are in my life and inspire me the most are my mom, my mother, and my elder sister. And that's not just because they are related to me, but because of their qualities. My mom was a working woman, and her discipline, determination, and everything is possible attitude to life is something that I wake up with every morning, every day. And my elder sister is she's a housewife. She's someone who has made me realize that how, as a homemaker, you can give life lessons on planning, coordinating, staffing, directing. You remember our principles of management. If some of you, you remember post-cop, So that's her dedication, her grit, living life and being conscious of oneself. And how, if you set your mind on something, it can be achieved. So she is a symbol of positivity, enthusiasm, and humility all at the same time, not shying away from work and just being smart. So I think these are some of the females that comes to my mind as of now. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita. So as a female leader, Did you ever face any barriers or biases in your career? And also, please tell us what's the biggest factor that helped you to be successful?
Great. Okay. So thanks, Meenakshi, for asking that. And as you kind of ask these questions, I'm sure you as a woman, you as a female and a working woman also would have sometimes faced these barriers in your journey and in your progress. And we have, some of us might have many stories, some of us might not even acknowledge. But I had my own share of biases, yes. When I joined as a management trainee, I have faced corporate politics. I still remember for a few months when I had joined my first organization, my initial job was roaming different hotels and fixing venues for major events. And I was wondering, is this HR? Is this marketing? What am I doing? So um, also to add that I have worked with some great managers, and I have also worked with not so great bosses, you know. And I've done all kinds of jobs, including one very interesting job, which is collecting beer cups in sacks, you know, from dozens of retail shops, just to tally the tertiary bottle sales when I was working in this company, you know. So this was of course a part of a scheme and was given as a project to the management trainees. The one thing I have always borne in mind is whatever work is given, irrespective of the hidden intentions or the biases, just give it your best, no matter what, you know. Stay away from negative thoughts that you know, sometimes we wonder, oh, this is deliberate, this is intentional, you know. Once we start focusing on giving a quality result, everything turns into our favor. So I've never distanced myself or said no to a job that has come my way saying I'm a woman, I can't do it. I have always taken it as a job. I have given it my best shot. And every job, every small work, the thought process is, this is a stepping stone to greater things. And most important is building my character. So it establishes what we call endurance. So that's how I would answer this question, you know, Meenakshi.
Fully agree, Kavita. Each and everything that we encounter in life, you know, it will have one life lesson for us to carry forward, and it also shapes our character and our personality. I fully agree. Then moving on to the next question. Recently, SB India conducted a poll on what's holding back women in the meetings, and majority have voted for self-doubt. So just wanted to understand and curious, you know, have you ever felt self-doubt? If so, how did you navigate your way through it?
Right. I've had my moments of self-doubt, even moments of self-criticism or self-judgmental. And the one thing that I have done best when all these things come to my mind is that as soon as the thought comes, I discard it. So, I mean, this poll which kind of tells us as to what's holding back women in the meetings, I completely understand, you know, because it happens with many of us. And not just in the initial stages of our career, it happens even when we grow the ladder at different stages of our life, our career. And what I've realized is the best thing that I have done in all these years, whenever this comes to my mind, is I take action if something has gone wrong, rather than thinking or pondering or deliberating the if this was done like this, you know. So I tell myself that I have every right to make mistakes, and I will. But at least I start somewhere. I'm better than all those who could not gather the courage to even start. So sometimes it works best to speak, to talk, and see how your opinion is taken than shutting ourselves and thinking, what if this is a stupid idea? Or will people make fun of me? Or will it damage my image? The one thing we should remember is just be authentic. If you are sounding stupid, so be it. Own it. At least you got your answer and start somewhere. And many times I wonder, when we start talking after shedding our fears, we contribute so much by way of the quality and the overall perspective we bring in. We have the ability to think from so many different angles, and we must use it to our best advantage. I hope that does some justice to your question, Meenakshi.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Kavita. Kavita, what advice would you give to the next generation of female leaders?
The next generation of female leaders, I think this generation of female leaders, or the budding leaders, they are just awesome, Meenakshi. They are smart, they are well planned, they take no nonsense. Many of them have broken the glass ceiling. They're confident, challenging, empathetic. Do you feel good, Meenakshi, when I say all this?
Yep, surely. I'm
Feels
so
good,
happy
isn't
to
it?
hear all these things,
Yes, so
Uh,
it is. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I
So,
completely agree with your viewpoints.
yeah. So, the moment we start thinking, we are, we are, we are that, it is all in the mind. So my only advice to the next generation of female leaders is, you have everything what it takes to shape this world, break biases. In a world of uncertainties, in Nassim Taleb's words, be anti-fragile. And I was reading this book. It's such a beautiful book. Be authentic, and it lasts longer. And just be aware of mental traps. So if you've done your homework, you're well read, you have a long way to go, and you will go, and then there is no stopping anywhere. Yeah.
Thank you, Kavita. Kavita, we would love to hear your thoughts on he for she. How men can support and advocate change.
Yeah, I think the concept itself, he for she, is a great concept, and it is deliberate, it is intentional. It allows and enables our society to partner in building a strong foundation, and helps women to come forward and be equals. A society actually is built by all genders coming together, and the more we invest in creating an environment for females, the better it will be for our society to progress, and indirectly our economy too. So gone are the days when, let's say, childbirth was thought as non-productive, and a view that pregnancy will cause work to stop for a couple of months. Today, such views are not just acceptable, they can be legally challenged. So we all recognize today that life cycle decisions, childbirth, marriage, parenting, education, these are not just for females. It's made for a healthy growth of society. So men need to help in supporting females by understanding these situations and contributing to help women return to work and helping them perform and grow. And this way, we are creating stronger societies. So I think I'm all in for he for she, and it's a great concept.
Kavita, one final question. We would love to hear your thoughts on how women can help break the bias at their workplace.
I think it is only fair that we do something about it, uh, and we take some actions to ensure that we break the bias rather than expecting others to do it for us. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, if we don't speak for ourselves, then we are letting down our own self-esteem. So first thing is, speak up and express yourself. Be authentic, be genuine. First, you yourself, accept what you are. Let's not try to be something which we are not. Participate in discussions. Let us focus on the output, irrespective of the effort. The output matters, and let's focus on that. Let's keep ourselves abreast of knowledge, make an effort to understand things which may help us in life, in our career journeys. And challenge if you think something is not right. Speak for yourself, And I think one of the best ways to do is dialogue and discussion. So as women, I'm aware that sometimes I shy away from a healthy dialogue by thinking that this might, not be in a way that I am expecting. But let's not stop there. Let's anyways take it ahead and do the dialogue. So this way, I think we are helping ourselves, and we are letting know that we are someone who understand the bias, and we are not acknowledging it. We are going to change it. So I think some of the things are within us. We just need to realize and do something about it rather than staying put or staying quiet. Meenakshi, yes.
Very, very good point, Kavita. The first step to eliminate bias, it is to realize that the bias exists. Very, very well said. Thank you, Kavita. Kavita, thank you very much for your time and sharing your valuable insights and guidance. It is indeed a thought-provoking discussion and will generate many more ideas to break the bias. Thank you so much, Kavita.
Thanks to you, Meenakshi. You're a working woman, and I think we all can make a lot of difference. And I wish all the very best to the team who's viewing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.